Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. Today we will do part 4 of the video series on figures of speech. In this video we will learn about repetition, inversion and onomatopoeia. So let's begin. The first figure of speech is repetition. Here one word or more than one word are repeated. For example, somewhere ages and ages hence. Have you noticed the word ages is repeated for poetic effect? Next, no stir in the air, no stir in the sea. Here friends, more than one word, that is almost 4 words, no stir in the, are repeated for better poetic effect. Next, it made him whistle, it made him sing. Here again, 3 words, it made him, are repeated. And therefore, in all these 3 examples, the figure of speech is repetition. Next figure of speech is inversion. Friends, when we speak or write, we always speak or write in correct prose order. That is, first we will start with the subject, followed by the verb and then the object. But poets do not follow this prose order. When they write poetic lines, the words are not in correct prose order, and therefore the figure of speech is said to be inversion. Let's understand with some examples. Along the sand he lay. Here the words are not in correct prose order. The correct prose order should be he lay along the sand. So he comes first, then lay, and then along the sand. Next, and to the Inchcape rock they go. Here, and comes first, then comes they, then go, and finally to the Inchcape rock. That means the correct prose order is and they go to the Inchcape rock. And comes first, they next, thereafter go, and then to the Inchcape rock. Next example, down sank the bell. Here, friends, the correct prose order should be the bell sank down. And so, in all these 3 examples, the words are not in correct prose order, and therefore the figure of speech is inversion. Next figure of speech is onomatopoeia. Friends, very often the poet uses certain words which express sound. Then we say that the figure of speech or the poetic device is onomatopoeia. For example, every tinkle on the shingles has an echo. Here, have you noticed the word tinkle and shingles expresses sound? Second example, the bell sank with a gurgling sound. Notice the word gurgling. It expresses sound. Next example, I chatter as I flow. Here the word chatter expresses sound. And therefore, friends, in all these 3 examples, the figure of speech is onomatopoeia. It's activity time now, friends. Let's do an activity to understand the figures of speech that we have learned just now. Name and explain the figures of speech. First, the leaves swished, the branches creaked and cracked. Friends, look at these words, swished, creaked and cracked. These words express sound, and therefore the figure of speech in this line is onomatopoeia. Next, I chatter over stony ways. Chatter, the word chatter expresses sound, and therefore again the figure of speech here in this line is onomatopoeia. Next, rain, rain, go away. The word rain is repeated for better poetic effect, and therefore the figure of speech is repetition. Next, I chatter, chatter as I flow. Yes, friends, you may say that the word chatter expresses sound, but the figure of speech is onomatopoeia, as we have already done this earlier. But the word chatter is also repeated, and therefore the figure of speech is repetition, since the word chatter is repeated for better poetic effect. Next, mighty thy teacher must be and divine. The words are not in correct prose order. The correct prose order should be thy teacher must be mighty and divine. Thy teacher must be mighty and divine. Yes, you guessed it right. The figure of speech over here is inversion. Next line. On the deck, the rover takes his stand. Again, friends, the words are not in correct prose order, and therefore the figure of speech is inversion. So what is the correct prose order? The rover takes his stand on the deck. So friends, this was the video on repetition, inversion and onomatopoeia. I hope you have learned something from this video. Thank you for watching this video. Do like, share and subscribe. Bye.